Hello, I'm Ray Hansen with Iowa State University Extension and Outreach in the Iowa Land Legacy Project. Today I'd like to visit with you about how to validate your property to see if it has a legacy link to Iowa State University. Today we're going to be looking at the URL called landgrant.iowastate.edu and the maps and the forms used to identify your property as a piece of the Iowa State Land Legacy. We're going to open the map from this URL by clicking here, and it'll open to the map that identifies the 200,000+ acres of ISU Land Legacy ground in northwest Iowa. Most people look at the map and immediately want to see if their parcel or somebody in their family's parcel is related to this project. Simply identify the county that you're looking at. We'll use Ida County as our example today, and zoom in, and you can see the location of the squares a little bit better in relationship to the towns and the roads located in that county. You'll also notice that some of these parcels are changed from red to yellow or ISU gold. As we validate the parcels, we will change those to that representation to show that they have been validated and proven to be connected to this project. To find your parcel, just find ground references that get you close to the parcel, and you can continue to zoom in, and it will show the road names. It'll start to show the towns, the city limits, other infrastructure like rivers and railroads and those types of things. So in this particular example, if we wanted to look at this parcel just west of Battle Creek, we can simply click on it with our cursor, and it will open up an information pane that gives us the legal description. In this example, it's actually Township 87 North, Range 41 West, in Section 28, and it would be the northwest quarter of that square section. In addition to the legal description that we'll use to match up on your legal documents, it also provides historical information about this parcel. For example, as with all the parcels, it's a 160-acre tract. It shows the validation at the time of registration for the Morrill Act. It indicates who the first leasee was and when it was first leased. In this case, it was in 1868 for the amount of $48. It also gives the value at $3.75 an acre. All right, if this is the parcel that you think is connected to you or your family, you just simply need to record this legal description, and then we'll cross-reference that with your abstract or other legal documents that you have to prove that it is in fact right. And here's an example of an abstract and the verbiage that we're going to look for that we'll request that you send in to us. This particular abstract has verbiage that says the transfer from the United States of America to the state of Iowa, and the state of Iowa for the Ag College. If we can find the verbiage that talks about the Ag College, then there's a good chance that it's most likely one of those parcels. It may also make reference to the Morrill Act of 1862, or it may say an Act of Congress, 1862, hopefully July of 1862. Any of that kind of verbiage will help us identify this as being an accurate record and your parcel is right. Another potential way to validate it is to use records from your county assessor's office. Their large books of transactions should have this information as well. However, it's more of a hunt and peck operation where you have to find the date that the transaction initially occurred and then cross-reference those with the section numbers and townships. But that is a second way to validate them. Once you have validated that the parcel is related to Iowa State through that land grant and the Morrill Act transaction, then what we need to do is have you fill out a validation form. That's also located on the home page of the Land Legacy Project. And when you open this PDF, there's simply just the basic information that we would request that you send in. Again, confirming the county, township, range, and section, and the location in that section, whether it's the northwest, northeast, southwest, or southeast quarter. And then we just like a little additional information. What was the verbiage that you found on the abstract? And just record that. Either you can write it, or you could even attach it as a photo from your cell phone if you'd like. And then we just like your contact information and any other information that you might want to share about that parcel. We also have a link on this page that allows you to submit an additional story about your family and your lands linked to Iowa State. Say, for example, you had a number of graduates from Iowa State University, or maybe you were highly involved with your 4-H and extension programs in your county, or county council members, or just unique stories about how your land and your family has been connected to Iowa State. You can share those through this link. Once you have this form filled out, you can submit this information through the Submit Land Grant link that's on the web page, and you can just attach it or download it as an attachment and send it directly to Iowa State. Periodically, maybe a week, 10 days, we will cross-reference the information that you sent us. Once it's validated, it will be switched to ISU Gold on our map. That's how you'll know you've received it. And then periodically we'll have other activities related to this project, and some at the state level, some at the county level, and we will contact you as those opportunities come up. And at the bottom of this page, if you have a photo attachment or documentation that you'd like to share with us, you just simply do that through the attachment and upload scenario at the bottom of this information page. So with that, hopefully you'll be able to do your own search and confirm whether or not your property is part of the Iowa State Land Legacy. We really encourage you to share that story with us, because the project is never complete until we've connected it with you.